be based out of Dubai, launching projects, making Web3 great again, and just, having lots of fun.
Making Web3 great again. Wow, that's beautiful. How do you make Web3 great again? What's your main responsibility in this industry?
So the thesis is quite straightforward. So imagine you are building a Lamborghini in a garage. This is the best Lamborghini by far. No one has ever touched it. If you don't have attention to your Lamborghini, this car can be perceived as something good. It can be recognized by the world-known audience and whatsoever. So my thesis on that is, whatever you build, the software, the piece of your toolkit, whatever you build in the Web3 as a technology, you have to understand the attention game and the marketing, because marketing is, without all the crap that are people saying about marketing, it is about the advertising, it's about the banners, text, that's the crap, right? Marketing is all about creating demand for the things that you're building. So if you're building the Lambo, my approach to make the Lambo great again is to what? Is to pull up my friends and see, this buddy making a great Lambo is going to be live soon, so come up and check it. The same goes with the Web3. Whatever you build, think about demand from the early inception of that idea.
And actually, what is CryptoC? It's a marketing company?
It is a Web3 marketing studio where we have well-trained seasonal experts that are joining the Web3 projects and helping them to build the marketing campaigns, to attract the liquidity to their tokens, and then to bringing in more community that is essentially obsessed about the stuff they do. And then, of course, it's all about gathering some impressions, gathering some reach, gathering some, world-known heights to be able to, just rolling over and essentially delivering the value that your soft does for people.
And you educate your audience. I follow you on your LinkedIn profile, which is a well-known profile in the industry. Thank you so much for educating me too. And I also love the way you approach scammers, let's say. Let's speak about that, because that's a very good part of making crypto great again.
Yeah. You have to talk about this. You have to name the names, because otherwise people wouldn't be aware about the consequences that they might have off of doing something bad for society. Because Web3 has been built off the back of idea, so let's put people together, cut off a middleman to help them interact directly, peer-to-peer. That's the original idea of Satoshi Nakamoto, right? So it's essentially brings this value where people can live in the trustless environment, permissionless environment, to essentially not relying on somebody else's subjective opinion, but relying on the piece of code that can be changed. So whoever does a harm for society, we have to point the fingers and saying, that's bad. But thank you so much for your kind words about my content on the LinkedIn. I'm trying my best all day, every day, all the way.
You're doing amazing. Also, how you point the finger to the bad actors is very admirable.
True storytelling, essentially. I'm just telling a story. I'm not saying this guy is the bad because he's a scammer. I'm telling the story. Wrestling story was about Sahil. This dude was launching celebrity coins, and he was essentially approaching the celebrities by saying, guys, I can pay you $200K for a one tweet. Can you do that for me? And in this tweet, he embedded the smart contract address, which was the scammy meme coin he was launching by having 40+% of supply. And the people can decide whether it's a scammy nature or not scammy nature. I'm just telling the story how I view the picture by essentially bringing the truth. Because the truth, that's the ultimate goal of each human being on the planet Earth.
Sometimes, we don't realize that, for example, selling a meme coin, it can be a scam. People just go for it, they enter into this community, but somehow you are taking value out from other people to bring it in your life, right? And we don't realize that we are scamming people.
Yep. I think that's the best point you're touching, because if you think about the meme coin culture and the crypto culture itself, it's hyper financialized ecosystem, because people would love to tap in crypto, invest, let's say $100 and turn this overnight to 1 million and buy the Lambo to show up some stories in their Instagram about how smart they are. But then if you're gonna be keeping this sailing of crypto just being all about monetary incentives of people there, not just for technology or the use case, but simply because they can get some money off of that on speculating things, whatever. But meme coins, they are good because they are approaching this community-driven element when people, I mean, this is a fair launch. All the tokens in supply, no schedules, no cliffs, no restings, nothing. Community decides where it goes. If that's good, if it has a sticky concept, right, it surges, it goes to the moon, like we say in crypto here, right? If it doesn't stick, guess what? Down to hell. But thinking about the original idea of crypto, I think it's all about bringing that to people by getting the community agreed on certain ideas and essentially having a vested interest in those ideas, like tokenized vote power, sort of.
And what I realized with meme coin that we bring new members into the community. We actually, with the meme coins, people educate not informed people how to download a wallet, how to load money, Solana or whatever it is in the wallet and buy the token. That's already value. That's the value I see in the meme coin. For example, with the ChaTea, we are a community of tea lovers.
Yep.
And I entered the community of tea lovers because I'm passionate about the technology, and that's how a Web3 person entered into the tea loving phase,
yeah.
right? But also people from the tea loving community, they learned how to use a Web3 wallet, and that's the beauty of meme coin.
That's the way how you bring Web3 to people, right? That's the entrance point you provide for those who also unified by the same idea as you are about loving the tea, because I also love tea and they should taste after the interview for sure, one of them, right? But then when you think about the core idea of doing this community, of doing these meme coins, of doing whatever that can be tied to the Web3, it is important to understand the easier it gets, the faster it goes, right? If the people understand this like a click of fingers, it's going to be mass adopting faster than even the heaviest technology that you could have potentially think of, because meme coins onboarded more Web2 people than any other biggest technology protocol. Layer 1, Layer 2, founders, if there are any, they would kill me for this probably, right? But this is true. Essentially also about the Telegram mini apps. Now we capitalize on this stuff and building the mini apps by bridging them to the core technology that has been built on the Web3. But by having this Telegram mini apps bridge, it is easier to follow that, because then if you don't understand, if you don't have education, if you don't have simple entrance points, you gotta be confused there. What is that about? Seed phrase, white paper, Satoshi Nakamoto, scams, meme. I'm out. I'm done. Sell in May and go away. That's what goes in their mind.
And what do you see the application of AI for onboarding new members into the Web3?
That's a really good question, my friend. And let me freestyle on this topic, because I think that the Web3 as its core, it has an AI element, because I define Web3 as a decentralized way that is being powered by the blockchain, personalized layer that is being powered by AI, because AI brings lots of personalization and reduces the capacity needed to produce a certain amount of work outputs, right? Because if you think about the Moore's law, which says every 2 years, technology gets 2 times faster and half cheaper. That's true, right? And then the third stuff, which is the experiences. It's all about VR and AR, and this like augmented reality that lives in the idea of a metaverses, of a games that we are so much used to from the early childhoods. I mean, who doesn't love to play game? So, and I think about AI as a next layer of personalization that marketers can use, that people can use to sort of being more efficient to work with the data they have accumulated by far. So that's my thesis on AI.
Beautiful, wow. So in the ChaTea talk, we have these 3 questions, which you can choose one, and then we go from
Lucky
there.
diamond hand.
Yeah.
let it be this one. Okay, so I shall read the question, right? If you could travel anywhere for a tea experience, where would it be? Well, I think I would go to Iceland now. I've been there once in my lifetime, and I love that so much. So I would go somewhere to cozy, chilly home nearby the fjords in Iceland, and then, yeah, take a time to get a pleasure from drinking a tea, really slowly.
Beautiful. Iceland, it's a very interesting idea. Yeah, I like it.
Would you join me?
Yeah, definitely. So you live in Dubai, and now you are in Bali. What is the main difference that you feel between Dubai and Bali, right?
I have to be careful, okay? I saying I have to be really careful. But the main differences that I see, Dubai pushes you to hustle. Dubai essentially brings this idea of 24/7 all day, everyday work, which I so much used to. I mean, it gives you the totally different, the highest pace that you can potentially find across the world. And then if you build something Web3, sort of tied, something Web3 related, I think you can go to Dubai because the biggest companies, they are either incorporated there or they are just back and forthing on the side events, sponsoring stuff. And each day you can find something interesting happens in the Web3 if you are in Dubai. And people are working hard there, trust me. About the Bali, I have to be careful, remember me, right? I think it's more to chill here. I think it's more to give it the time to incubate that idea, to sort of reflect on things, to gather yourself, to the point where you are vibrating high, you are sort of unfolding this spiritual journey that can bring you a totally different state of your mind that essentially gives you different outputs from your work. So I think working here really hard and all day, every day is hard, but it's not necessarily should be here in Bali, because I believe if you're in the right state, if you're operating in the high frequencies, you can do the work in 2 hours that you could have done for 8 hours somewhere else, because here you kind of relax. And when you relax, you allow yourself to play. And when you play, you are the most efficient ever person because you are not stressing about things. It's like when you're sparring, When we spar in our Muay Thai section, because I'm training Muay Thai pretty for a pretty long period of time. And then when you spar with the people, when we have a sparrings, the coaching, they keep saying us that the guys, you need to relax, you need to hold down a little bit. You don't need to rush, because when you want to crush somebody else, you are tensing. You want to kill this dude. That's it. But when you are chilling, you are flowing, you're fluid as a water. It essentially brings a magic to your actions. Does that answer your question?
That's a beautiful question. I didn't expect that question, but I really enjoyed, and I really feel that somehow you're gonna spend more time in Bali.
maybe.
So here, ICP is it's kind of based also in Bali, and that's why they're having this stage. And it's a beautiful community. What do you think about the ICP, the Internet Computer Protocol?
I think that the ICP has been for a while. That's first. The second take, I think they are the best at capitalizing the AI movement, because they are really digging deep here. And then I just think they have enough trust because they've been for a while.
Beautiful. So thank you so much for CoinFest, the largest festival in Southeast Asia, with the Startup Grind, the largest community of startup in the world. Startup Grind believe in 3 core values: help others before yourself, give first, don't take, and make friends, not contact.
Wow, that's a tenets of a samurai. You know what I mean? Of a digital samurai. By the way, I'm heading to Tokyo today, and I will, pursue this message and communicate your tenets with the Japanese people in Tokyo as well, to sort of psyop them in the same Bali-driven idea.
Thank you so much, Vlad. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you so much for the ChaTea stuff.